Good morning or good afternoon whenever you're watching this video. This is Tim from Expert Power Wash. We are a pressure washing store, build shop primarily out in the South Portland, Oregon area. So if you're in our area, stop on by, take a look at our stuff. We usually have a few skids on display or waiting to ship out. Like this one right here is going to Romania. This is our ultimate mini skid. What number is this one? 76. So earlier on in the year, we decided that we should probably start serial numbering our skids. And about 10 or 15 in or so, we decided to get some number plates made. But this is a really cool platform. We got our Pro Mixer XL with a rinse valve system. Most people aren't really doing the rinse valve system. That allows you to bring water in through the bleach line and fully rinse out that system. Got the Remco. These aren't just the regular Remco pumps in here. These are the new dual controls. Great performing pumps. This is a nice compact all-in-one footprint. Got the Honda gear drive over there, electric start. Everything flows pretty much perfect on this skid. This is a 5.5 foot platform, so it's gonna fit in your short bed like F-150s, Tundras, things like that. But let's keep on walking around. Looks like one of our posters fell. We do full financing, as you can see upside down there. We have a couple different partners, 3 different partners that we work with. This is our bleach tank, of course F9, we love those guys. This is 1,600 gallons. Right now, currently out in the Portland, Oregon area. Of course, pricing is going to be regional. We are selling from at $410, so we were at $495 earlier in the year. Prices have seemed to fluctuate, but we are back down and happy to provide bleach at a pretty reasonable price for our area. This beast right here, this is our finished Thompson mag drive pump. We've probably pumped near 50,000 gallons of bleach through this, never a rinse. You can kind of see how this works. It pulls directly out of the tank, comes in through there, and then out through our metering system, and then out through the Flexzilla hose. That Flexzilla hose, funny enough, we've had that hooked up since 2 shops ago. It's probably about 2 years old. Probably altogether, that has well over 100,000 gallons of bleach through that system. So for that hose, we're not a huge fan of Flexzilla for soft wash hose, but as far as using it for fill hose, you can't argue with over 100,000 gallons of pure 12.5. Our stuff's usually coming in actually at 13.5, 13.9 was our last couple deliveries. Soft wash hose. Got all our reels here. We've dropped our prices on soft wash hoses, as you can see here. Some of the pricing was at like $2.99. So these are for in-store purchases. If you're coming in and you're local to our area, we're gonna chop a little bit of the price off because we don't have to ship it, box it up, and we usually take a hit on some of the shipping stuff when we sell that stuff. Soft wash hose or pressure washing hose here. This is our Fierce Jet. In my opinion, this is the #1 hose. It has been for us for the last 2 years. You got a burst rate of 10,625. A lot of people ask, is this stuff rated for hot water? 310 degrees there. This is a single wire. It's a lighter hose. It's gonna have a nice smooth jacket. We love this stuff. We've put it on just about over 80 builds, and the few issues that we've seen has usually been machine associated issues. Of course, we got the bigger hose, and then we have some cheaper hose. Not a lot of people buy this stuff. It's $150. It's good hose, but it's wrapped. It's not the smooth jacket. It's not rated as high. Rated at 4,000 psi, but we have that stuff too. The machines, got a bunch of different things here. So we got our typical gear drive, and then we have some neat machines in here. This one here is our 2,500 psi, 8 gallon a minute machine. This is going to be a house wash beast. This is being powered off at 390, so you don't typically see those. And then a couple other just regular belt drive 5.5s. We got that one. That machine right now is going for $39.99. So full 8 gallon a minute machine. We do have those in stock. We have looks like actually just one of them. This here is a 5.5 gallon per minute, 3,500 psi. This is the GX630, so we do have one of those. Notice a lot of our machines are going to have, or at least our custom builds are going to have the authentic Honda exhaust. A lot of them are going to be block mounted K7 unloaders or the new pulsars. I did a little short a couple weeks ago kind of showcasing these. As you can see, these sell out quick. The pricing is $49.99. Most people get caught up on that price and they don't realize, Jeremy, there's your pressure washer. Keith, if you're watching our channel, there's your pressure washer. These are going on builds. But take a look back here. This is a 1/2-inch pressure hose, and it's block mounted on a pulsar unloader. So this is, if you're familiar with a K7 unloader, this is something that is going to be a little bit heavier duty, has 1/2-inch in and out, just a all-around better unloader than the K7. We still like the K7, but on those 8-gallon a minute machines, we're just kind of upgrading and trying to make those as good as we can make them. There's a K7 right there. That's a 5.5 gear drive. A couple cool surface cleaners. It's a little big guy. This one, this is cool. This is the new 49-inch whisper wash. So we do have just one of those in stock. Doesn't look like we have it priced yet, but I think it's pretty competitively priced. We usually have pretty good pricing on whisper wash items. All the chemicals you can imagine. We are getting ready to do a rebrand. Kind of, if you watch our channel, it's going to be a little sneak tip that you're going to get that really nobody else is going to get. We're also getting ready to add a new product to our soap line, so that's going to be coming out early 25. So keep an eye out for that. We've been working on this stuff for, it seems like a couple years now. So before we ever bring something out and sell it to anybody, we want to make sure that it is the best possible product and it is what we say it is. So long time coming on that other product. I'm excited to flow that out to you guys soon. Some of the other things we have, graffiti cleaner. This stuff here, if I could give you any tip, you don't have to buy it from me, but we do have this. We do sell it online. But this clean wipe stuff, have a box of this in your truck. If I can get it out here. This literally does what it says it does. So the wipe's in a packet, you pull it out, it's already moistened. You can literally get graffiti off of painted surfaces. This is easy money. Insurance companies and strip malls, things like that. We do a lot of graffiti when we run our trucks, and this stuff's always in there. Easy $300 upsell for removing graffiti in a kind of a small to medium area. This is the same stuff. This is a spray, so if you have some cloths and you're doing a bigger area, you got that. This is going to be kind of like our brick stuff. So I can walk you through all this. I'm not gonna give you guys a boring video here. Hopefully it's not too boring, but just basically wanted to catch you guys up on what we're doing out here in the Portland, Oregon area. Guns, see a lot of crazy stuff with guns. This right here, this is the only gun I recommend for downstreaming. I see people using like the orange gun and all these colored guns. That's great, but they're not chemical resistant like these ST2315s are. So yeah, a bunch of turbo nozzles, J-rods. Super important that if you guys are using J-rod nozzles, that you're using the right nozzles for the piece of equipment that you're using. A lot of times the small little issues that we're finding with blowing fuses and just repetitive issues, people really overlook the nozzle size, which is incredibly important. One of our skid trucks here in the bay. This is our beast of a truck. We run a 10 on here, which the jury's still out. I don't think I like the 8-gallon a little bit better. Use a little bit less water, but we still have all the punch that we need. But this is something that we started doing. This skid got reworked as one of our service trucks here. We took, stacked all the reels like that, made a little bit more space, and got a 5.5-gallon per minute machine here. This is the IGX 390. Of course, the stuff doesn't look as nice and brand new as some of the stuff over there, but it's a work truck. But yeah, this has been incredibly awesome for production and efficiency and running a 2-man crew on these trucks. This is kind of our sweet spot. Of course, we love the Flow Pro. That's on all of our trucks, as well as soft wash and pressure wash. And this one up here was our water-fed pull hose. We pulled that off and just put extra pressure hose on there for now. But yeah, that's one of our trucks. We are a full hose repair shop, so we have crimpers and hose cutters and bulk hose down here. So we're able to make custom whip lines. This looks like somebody blew a hose here and blew right out. This is that wrap stuff I was telling you about over there. Stuff blows out a lot quicker. We see a lot more of this stuff come in than anything else. Just because it's gray doesn't mean it's good hose. And then this looks like a steel fitting. We do not recommend these. A little tip here, if you're having issues getting your fittings on and off, if I can get this to focus, usually on this back ridge right here, Take a pair of pliers, round that off. You'll get another month or so out of this fitting before you have to replace it. But it gets pitted from, you can see the little divots right there. It gets pitted from that socket that connects to that. So this already has a nice little ridge on it. Well, we got a ton of fittings here, all banjo fittings. And then all of our stainless and steel fittings and brass fittings and whatever you may need. We're pretty stocked up as far as having everything in stock to get you set up with a build if you're building something yourself, or if you just need some parts and fittings, or you're going online, you need to order some of this stuff. We have it. So we have a ton of stuff. Slotted PVC filters, valves, 1/4-inch valves, filters, more filters, lots of filters. Let's go on over here to this is our old store area. Not done yet. We need to patch some walls in here, get some paint. This is where we do our coffee and hot dogs. Red Bull machine's a little bit loud today. We sell Red Bull at cost here. It's not really something that we push. You should probably drink water, but if you want a Red Bull while you're in the shop, we got it. So we kind of got a little sitting area, and then we're gonna put some some pub tables right in here. So this is gonna be somewhat of a meeting room slash break room slash, if you're coming into the shop and you want to chill, you got an estimate phone call you need to make. Got a nice little lounge area here once it's all done. But all these walls, if you look at some of our older videos, this was all full of merchandise. So one of the things I didn't mention is this was where we used to park trucks, all out in here. And then over there on that other side where the truck is, that was our build shop. So we've experienced tons of growth this year. Super thankful. We give all the credit to God on this. But yeah, this was our build shop. I didn't show you our tanks and lids and all kinds of stuff in here, but this was all in our earlier videos. You'll probably see videos shot back here where we had skids lined up in this area. But now that we have a full separate build shop that is across the parking lot, this is all slowly expanding out to make more room and grow our product selections out here on the floor. That's our admin office in there. We love that company. We get a lot of stuff from them. Great guys over there, North Georgia Airless. But we're putting together kind of a soft wash wall here. So this is our 7 GPM plate mounted pump system, our 5.5, and then of course mixers. Kind of a little tip on kind of a love-hate with these valves. So these are fantastic valves. We're getting these from a company out of the US. These are overseas. In my opinion though, these have a 30% cut. In my opinion, I am support America 100%. This is a better valve. And I'm okay if they want to charge an export cost on this. We need to do our part as buyers that buy from overseas on select parts. We try to be USA as much as possible. Our pumps are USA, but there is going to be a few things that is going to come from other places. You know, there's things that get assembled on, most of these that are made in the USA probably have parts from other places, but we will continue to be USA. All of our builds are going to feature the USA valves, as well as the plates. We get everything made here in the US. But these are great valves. They're a CPVC, which is actually rated higher than like a Schedule 80. These are going to be, they can handle more heat. They can handle more chemical usage. It has Viton seals. This, in my opinion, is, like I said, it's a better valve, but we do have those regular ones as well. Cool thing about these valves, I'll show you here. We can do these in blue handles. We have different rings here. We have yellow handles, red handles, blue handles. So those can be switched out to whatever you want as far as how you want your valve set up. A bunch of different parts, all the push fittings. So on our pumps, we've switched to all push fittings. It's just a lot easier to maintenance out in the field. We're not using the screw-in regular polypropylene banjo fittings anymore. We're just quick connect. What I mean is you simply move this and you're able to pull the hose off and switch out your pump. Let's see what else. What do we got here? This is going to be a build your own. So you see how these are just kind of loose right now? These are going to be a build your own that's going to be available for Black Friday. So keep an eye on the channel. I'll probably do a post release, maybe a video, maybe not a video, but connect with us on Facebook, Expert Power Wash, so you can follow all of these builds. There is a wiring kit there. We are selling that for $129, and that's gonna come with our heavy duty marine grade wiring, pure copper strand in there. You know, wiring you can really get in the weeds on. You guys probably don't want to hear my rant on wiring, but we charge what we charge for wiring because we invest a lot of money ourselves to make sure that the stuff that we're using is the best that we can possibly find. These switches, these are super expensive. This is a USA company, really nice rocker switch. We've not found anything that is better than these. Nice snap to them, stainless steel screws. That's what we're using on our builds. Got pressure switches down there. Most times on a pump, if your pump's gonna go out, you're gonna have a pressure switch. It's gonna be a pressure switch issue or a fuse. Pressure switch meaning this little box on the top, or this one. They look a little bit different depending on if they're a 7 or a 5.3. Look up Remco's YouTube channel. One day we'll actually put one out ourselves, but look up their channel and they have a bunch of videos on there on how to switch those out. It takes less than 5 minutes and that'll save you a couple bucks from having to buy a new pump. There's a little relay in that pressure switch that typically goes out. If you want to save a ton of money and you're super handy, buy a relay. They're about 10 or 15 bucks on eBay. Or get a hold of us. It's a little black square inside that pressure switch, and that's what goes out in those. And a lot of people just replace their pumps. We help a lot of local guys out here. If it's something that you want us to do in your local, we do that here in the shop. But yeah, a little tip on those pumps: replace the pressure switch, or even dial down to that relay inside the pressure switch, and usually you can get a lot more life out of your pump. Let's see here. So right here you have a ground and a positive wire. If you can isolate that red wire going into the pressure switch, and you just you run some lead wires to a battery and you test these, the motor turns on, you're good. If you got a leak, you can replace the seal here. These are completely all rebuildable, but most guys aren't very handy, and something like this goes down and they just replace the whole pump. But figured I'd share a little tip with you guys. Have a couple of those spare parts on hand. We got pump heads and a bunch of other different parts and fittings there for Remco pumps. So I think the local guys are pretty lucky that we carry a lot of this stuff and we're able to help them with this stuff. Back when I started, we didn't have, it seemed like the closest pressure washing store was over in Florida. So we learned all this stuff the hard way. That's why we're able to teach this stuff and know how to do all this stuff, because everything that failed we had to fix. We didn't have somebody to take it to and to pay and have it done. So whatever you prefer, we can help you. Or, you know, it really makes a lot of sense to learn how to do these things, because if it fails on you, you don't have to wait for us or somebody else's schedule to free up so they can do it for you. So window cleaning stuff, that's about it. That's what we're doing out here in Expert Power Wash. We're going to be focused on trying to make our online experience a lot better. Of course, our builds, that's going to be a Portlandian trailer there that we're working on. And we're just going to provide the best possible service we can for you guys. If you call in, we're here for you. If you're looking for a build, we're here for you as well. We're trying to put the best possible things together and make sure you guys are set up to start your businesses or grow your businesses, whatever it may be. I said I'd sneak in there on Christina. Oh, there goes the door. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
So you're on the phone probably a lot more than I am these days, aren't you?
I am.
So we get a lot of guys calling here and they're like, I want to talk to Tim. And they get you.
Yep.
How do you feel about that after spending 7 years with me, putting these things together? The amount of knowledge, it's a little bit demeaning because they kind of play that woman card on you.
A little bit, yeah. I had somebody last week say, I want to talk to one of the guys. I said, well, I'm not a guy, but I washed for 7 years, so maybe I can help you out. But I don't mean it disrespectful, but I understand, but can probably help you out.
Awesome. So my wife has been doing this with me for a long time. She's turned wrenches, she's installed reels, she's changed out pumps with me. So if you don't necessarily get me every time on the phone, it's probably because I'm helping another customer, or I'm working on a new product thing, or I'm over with my guys over in the build shop. But we have a full crew here. We're able to help you guys out. It's not just myself and my wife. We have office staff. We have 3 builders, including me. That's usually where I spend most of my time, is over with the build guys. But if you guys need help, give us a holler. We'd love to take care of you guys, and hope you guys all have a great day. And you're getting ready to take on the world.